All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Zane Daniel, and I'm the host of the Higher Self Expo. And I'm joined today by Dan Winter, who's going to be a speaker for us. Hi, Dan. How are you?
Nice to be here. Nice to see you.
All right. We're really fortunate and excited to have you. And I would love for you to introduce yourself. But first, let me explain just a little bit. The Higher Self Expo is an online metaphysical conference. It starts on a week from today, Saturday. So it is January 23rd. We start at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And for Dan, you're in Paris. I don't even know what time that is, when that time is, but it's in the afternoon, like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, something like that in Paris.
6 hours after New York.
Okay. Yeah. So, also, this event is a free event. So all you have to do is tune in to the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, and you get to see the whole thing for free. As a result, we do ask for donations for your support just to pay our modest expenses. And we also would love your support about sharing this event with other people, with your family, with other people on Facebook or wherever it is you frequent, to help us gain more membership so they can enjoy these incredible speakers. So, Dan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience? I think that they would love to hear more about you.
Hi, I'm Dan Winter, fractalfield.com, and many of you know what we've been working on for about 30 years. I'm not quite as young as I used to be, and which is the physics of spirituality and the electrical engineering understanding of consciousness, which hopefully is empowering and adds to the romance and beauty of spirituality. Specifically, in this case, what's considered a higher self, you know that when you feel your aura become coherent and kind of grow around you, we know electrically what that is. It's implosion of plasma, as it were. And it develops a kind of coherence, which is called longitudinal. It means that the electrical waves propagate in a fractal, essentially. So your higher self is actually electrically describable and teachable, and we have plasma systems that make it. We even know how to enable lucid dreaming with that. So the concept of higher self is beautiful, but now if we understand it electrically, it's actually empowering and adds to the beauty. So that's kind of the story here, and you can read more at fractalfield.com. I'm happy to share with your conference.
That's awesome. Okay, fractalfield.com. Okay, good. And I just have to ask one quick question about that, just because it's so interesting to me. So the multidimensional self, we often call the higher self also. So electrically, what is the tie between, because electrically feels to me like a very much a third dimensional kind of physics. Does it go beyond that? Does the electrical mean that it goes into higher dimensions?
You know, the film we made on the physics of ascension is one, it went viral on our YouTube channel. Check it out. But basically, it's quite simple. We avoid the woo-woo conversation and used physics, you know. But it's true that when axes of spin symmetry superposed are more than 3, for example, 4 and 5 rotations superposed, you put a cube into a dodeca, which is a kind of symmetry which uses golden ratio. And that golden ratio superposed rotations, for example, DNA, when you spin a dodeca down a helix, adds compression. So what you're calling higher dimensions is the symmetries superposed, which adds to the possibility of non-destructive compression or implosion. It is more spin dense, but it's a particular kind of spin density, self-similarity or fractality perfected. And then you get a propagation from just a transverse field to the longitudinal coherence, sometimes called scalar, or the Ba from the Ka or the Kesjan body. So the higher self is very electrical, and you can use terms like ascension, but if you use them with correct precision in physics, you can understand them in practice yourself. And we talk about that, hygiene.
That's so wild. That's great. Okay, I'm very excited to see your talk and to watch that video. And actually, so our event has a theme this time, and it's the 0 point of non-judgment. So I'm very curious to hear what it is that you're going to be talking about at this one.
Well, precisely what I have written, the new equation named origin of biologic negentropy, which is the only possible fractal field, integer exponents golden ratio times Planck, defines exactly the only possible 0 point that has ever existed, the Planck threshold. And that 0 point where waves agree exactly is where that transfer occurs between transverse up and down the longitudinal waves. That is the Stargate. And it is a 0 point, and it is a still point, and it has a psychological implication, like when you feel the lightning in Kundalini. See our new Kundalini series, goldenmean.info/Kundalini, 6 professional films about this 0 point, how you feel enlightened. So that's real. 0 point is a good word for it. And it
Yeah.
relates to 0 point energy. We have lectures on that too, of course. But anyway.
Wow. Okay. And there was one word that you threw out in there that was very interesting to me. Stargate. Can you expand on that just a touch?
I don't know what time we have, but you know, they used our Ophanum Enochian alphabet, my ancestor John Dee, to make the movie Stargate for a very good reason. We know exactly the shadows of those slip knots. They create a convergence of plasma waves at a 0 point, literally, where the propagation from transverse goes to longitudinal, and the more broad spectral that is, the more plasma projective it is. So essentially what a Stargate or portal it is, which is the only physics of real action at a distance, is longitudinal coherence propagation. So we know exactly what a Stargate is. It starts with knowing the physics of lucid dreaming, and we've proven we can create that electrically. And if you make that broad spectral and higher power, absolutely, that's what a Stargate is. And it does have psychological and emotional requirements.
Wow.
Like being centered the same way you need to be centered if you're ready for bliss or death.
Right. Wow. Okay. Okay. So now you threw out another your URL there for people to go and be able to check out that series on the 0 point. Can you say that again for us real fast?
The Kundalini new 6 series of professional films is goldenmean.info/Kundalini. The 0 point energy conversations with the slideshow we presented at the professional conference Breakthrough Technologies in Amsterdam is fractalfield.com/vacuum energy. Big slideshows, all the info's there.
Fractalfield.com/vacuum
energy.
And then the other one was goldenmean.info/Kundalini.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
That's our newest stuff.
I'm putting it on the screen here, so if anybody wants to see it, I think I got that right.
Right? Yes, you spelled vacuum right. You're doing good. Yeah. You're done great.
Okay, great. Okay, Dan. Well, this is amazing. Okay, so and then your other website, which you
the plasma therapy. We create a phase conjugate plasma. We're creating rejuvenation, literally time reversal, successfully commercially in 25 countries using this origin of biologic neck entropy. Read all about it, therapy.net.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, say that one again. What is it?
Like therapy by phi. Therapy. THERAPHI.net. Therapy.net.
That's interesting. Okay.
25 countries. It's the equation-based, and that plasma is not only time reversal and entropy defined, commercially successful rejuvenation in 25 countries, but proven lucid dreaming trigger, which is the only physics of how to predict whether you'll take memory through death.
Wow. Okay. This is amazing. All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much for joining us today as a little preview of your talk at the Higher Self Expo in 1 week. And have yourself a wonderful Saturday, and we'll see you then.
Great. I'm honored by the chance to share, and I think we'll have real fun. Blessings.
I think so too. Thank you again.